Welcome to Starr Breakfast News. Coming up this morning, NDC flag bearer John Dramani Mahama threatens to prosecute national organizer of the NPP Henry Nana Boakye and others who churned out misleading dates about tomorrow's election if given the nod again as president.
It's a crime, it's a criminal offense. Now, I'm party was but criminal offense, any expiry date.
Also coming up, presidential candidate of NPP, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, accuses his main contender, John Dramani Mahama, of avoiding a debate with him because of his bad track record. Later in the bulletin, in a special EIB election hub feature, we explore how opinions are shaping up in Zangos. Is the Zango Development Fund going to be a magic wand for the NPP? Is the northern leadership of the two dominant political sides going to have any effect? Details of these stories are coming up shortly. But first, let's remind you of our affiliate stations across the country.
Starr News is coming to you live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi, Empire 102.7 FM in Takrady, Zeps 95.9 FM in Zebila, Nissim 100.1 FM in Lamshao, My Star Radio in the USA, also live on Facebook on Starr 103.5 FM and on starfm.com.gh around the world. This is Starr 103.5 FM, Starr News. Informed, in-depth, in touch.
I am Nurain Abbas. Sincere appreciation to you for choosing Starr News. Now, flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, has threatened to prosecute the national organizer of the governing NPP, Henry Nana Boakye, and other persons who churned out misleading information about tomorrow's general election. The NDC leader says if given the nod to serve as president again, he will ensure that persons who violated the law prior to the polls will be dealt with. He made a comment during the party's final rally at Medina.
7 December, MPP for Nibi, na Omo Pesa Omo Dada Ghana for say a be better sad day, a be better sad day. Sad day na sanko for the year no. It's a crime, it's a criminal offense. Na minimse Omo party was so into Omo Nyamoshi. But criminal offense, any expiry date. NDC ba Nana B next uncle for no yes no. In Ghana's law, it is a crime to mislead voters. It is there in the law. Into Pia or yes Serbia, any Pia or Bay Serbia, NDC ba Yabecho Maso.
You heard flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama. Meanwhile, chairman of the party, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, says he is confident that the NDC. He says he's confident that the NDC will be the majority in the next parliament.
Ghanaians want majority, absolute majority of our candidates elected into parliament because there's a lot of work to be done. We need a strong majority to be able to undertake the institutional reforms that are necessary to reset this democracy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the elephant knows this. Nana Akufo-Addo and his team are riding on the back of a tiger. They fear to get down, otherwise they could be devoured. But tell them that the longer they remain at the back of the tiger, they will still die anyway because they will die of hunger and thirst.
You heard the national chairman of the NDC, Johnson Esiedun Ketia. Now to the camp of the governing NPP, its flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, insists his main contender, NDC's John Dramani Mahama, avoided a debate with him because he has superior data about the economy. The NPP leader, who is confident of victory, made the remarks during the party's final rally at Legon.
The data is clear. So, when he said the performance of his government was better than ours, I said to him, if you believe that, then come for a debate, one-on-one. Let us show whether it's the case or not. Come for a debate. Come for a debate. When you come for a debate, you cannot come and say, hey, yes, and go away.
He made a case for retaining power, while the NDC urged to return to office after 8 years in opposition. Vice President and NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia highlighted the Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration's efforts in managing the economy, which is recovering from a crisis. He argued that the NPP had proven to be better managers of the economy and cautioned against a return to what he called the past under the NDC.
This election is a clear choice between the future and the past. My opponent represents the past, and I, Dr. Bawumia, represents the future of this country.
Former President and NDC presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama, whom pre-election polls have tipped as a front-runner, described the election as a critical moment for the nation, urging Ghanaians to seize the opportunity to reset the country.
The time to restore the economic fortunes of Ghana is now. The time to reset our country, Ghana, is now. Saturday's election is not just another election. It is a defining moment for our nation. It is a choice between the Ghana we have today and the Ghana we want together.
Both parties have expressed confidence in their chances, pledging to lead Ghana into a new era of development and prosperity. The rally is concluded with calls for peaceful elections as both flag bearers urged their supporters to remain vigilant yet calm while heading to the polls.
You heard a report there by Starr News. Is now Dede Dete. Now, Zangos have always been a cardinal point for political campaigns each electioneering year. You will find every politician identifying with a Zango or recounting having lived in a Zango community when they need votes. The promises cut across building mosques, granting scholarships and jobs to Zango youth, rebuilding Nima into a village, etc. The Nana Addo and Dr. Bawumia administration took it to a notch higher, establishing a Zango and Inner Cities Ministry and a Zango Development Fund. But has the narrative of neglect and underdevelopment in Zangos changed and that much? And how are Zangos observing this election, especially as the flag bearers of the two dominant political parties are all Northerners? Ivan Heathcote Fumado has been to some prominent Zango communities in the Ashanti region and explores this subject in the following report.
Problem. We don't have any proper water and toilet facilities in Tafuzongo.
The same thing. Nina binizongo ha. And the MPP for money abre, San NDC for so any abre.
The MPP and the NDC are all seriously campaigning, but we gain nothing when we vote for them.
Barkisu Ahmed, a 54-year-old mother of 4, has lived in Tafuzongo all her life. She is bothered with a lot of challenges confronting the Zongo community. Barkisu, who used to work as a hawker, is now jobless. She lost her working capital to bad sales.
I was a trader, but I lost all my money, so I am unemployed.
With 4 children, the eldest 30 and the youngest 11, Barkisu says she can barely sleep, thinking about the future of her children in a generally challenging economy where unemployment is high.
Our Zongo children have taken to drugs because they are jobless. Some of our youth are graduates with no jobs. I went to look for a job for my son, who completed Polytechnic, but they asked me to pay 5,000 Ghana cedis. I don't have that money.
Berkisu's concerns mirror the dominant narrative about stark developmental challenges in Zango communities. A few meters from Berkisu's house is the most popular spot in Tafuzongo, 745.
745, GBC2, no more sports run up. And the Hana boys in our group no be a BTA. 745 Tamuno, and Ayama Akahatea, Efra 745.
The male hegemony dominates. Men, both young and old, sit around whiling away the day with no jobs. Awudugambo Yakubu, a truck driver, is worried. The lack of sustainable jobs in the Zango communities is exposing a large number of teeming Zango youth to vices.
These are youth who are idle. They have taken to vices to fend for themselves. It is dangerous walking through this place because they will attack you.
Many young men in the Zongos would usually end up as drivers, mechanics, rickshaw riders and repairers, laborers and menial workers as a result of the low level of education here.
You heard a report there by Ultimate FM's Ivan Heathcote Fumado. That will be all this morning. When you log on to starfm.com.gh, you'll find more news updates there. I am Nurain Abbas. Many thanks for your company.